This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. When was the last time you needed to go to the doctor and you put it off because of some excuse, like how stressful it is to make doctor's appointments? I've done that a million times, but now because of ZocDoc, it's so much easier to make doctor's appointments. It doesn't feel quite as daunting anymore. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and then click to instantly book an appointment. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/exes to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/exes. And one more time, that's ZocDoc.com/exes. This episode is sponsored by Shopify. It's a new year. I cannot believe it's 2025. Where has the time gone? But if you've been sitting on an idea or you have a business that you've wanted to start, let 2025 be the year that you do it. And the best way to do it is with Shopify. I've been using Shopify forever, I think like over 10 years now, and it is like the easiest way to sell a product or sell whatever you're looking to, whatever business you want to start. Shopify is the best way to do it. And you have to admit, established in 2025 has a nice ring to it. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/exes, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/exes and start selling today. One more time, that's shopify.com/exes. Okay, hi guys, welcome back to X's and O's. I'm your host, Shannon Beveridge, and I am in fact on a cruise. I am in the middle of the ocean somewhere outside of Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico. Or if Trump renames it to the Gulf of America, the Gulf of America. What an asshole. Anyway, I can't believe also that is our president. What is this year? What is going on? I can't believe I am going through a breakup. They're terrible. Terrible. If you're going through a breakup, wherever you are in the world, I am so sorry. It's miserable. And I brought my microphone and everything to be able to film on the cruise, and I can't find my memory card, so I'm having to film this with my iPhone's microphone, so hopefully it sounds okay. But that's pretty much all the updates I have for you right now. Feeling pretty tired and a little seasick, which is awesome. I don't know when I introduced Tefi in this episode because we just start going. It might be like 15 minutes in. You might recognize Tefi from social media. She's across all platforms making content all the time. She is awesome. I'm obsessed with her. This was such a fun episode to record. And we literally met like 1 second before we started filming. So, we just jump right in and we kind of are all over the place, but I think it's such a fun episode. I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, all her socials will be below, like always. Enjoy this episode. Pray for me on this boat. Okay.
Right now, I'm on horse TikTok. It's all
like
animals.
Hooves?
What?
Like the hooves? Or like horses?
The cleaning of the hooves?
Yeah. Because I get into that.
Put that in a fucking needle and put it in my arm. I love that
I know.
shit.
Also, the algorithm right now is too reactive. If you like one video, you get like 7.
Yeah.
Back to back to back. Like
that's what I like.
It got crazier.
That's what I like.
But what are you watching? Sorry.
Howie the crab.
No idea.
Well, crabs are sentient. Worst things that's ever happened to me. They mourn just like elephants.
Stop.
And yeah, they have communities. They experience grief and joy.
No.
No. Yeah, so they make amazing pets. And Howie the crab, it's a girl.
Oh God.
She's on her like 10th molt and they don't really live much longer.
No.
She loves hats. She loves costumes. They make a noise when they're happy. It's like,
stop it.
No.
Are you vegetarian?
No.
Oh
my
God.
favorite animal are cows. I have a cow tattooed on me. I have a favorite. It's a cow. And my favorite food is steak. Everything is complicated. Nothing can be easy for me.
Yeah, that's tough.
And then I'm also on Pigeon Talk, the history of pigeons.
I've heard of that, but not through TikTok.
You don't understand what we put pigeons through.
I mean, we train them and then we abandon them, right?
And they don't know how to live without us, and they keep waiting for us to take them back so they won't leave cities.
Okay, I'll cry.
This is my thing.
This is your For You page.
This is my For You page. And then also like decline, super bad for cats.
Yeah.
I'm on vet TikTok.
Okay. It sounds like you should be vegetarian.
Well, I'm Latin. So, I'm Latin. My mom, it's like very much like My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm vegetarian. it's okay, I make lamb. Like that's like kind of.
Yeah.
But when I was vegetarian for 9 years, and then I was vegan sober. When I was vegan when I was sober for like a few years. The moment I got drunk, I was like,
and your
where's
hamburger.
the meatloaf? Yeah. So then my mom is like traumatized because she's like, I've never seen a girl eat that much lean cuisine. I can't cook.
Oh God.
So
that's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you order in like a lot of food? Well, in New York, it's so easy.
It's so easy. And yeah, when I'm in LA, all I do is eat that Goop Kitchen.
Oh God.
Chicken.
Is that
wrap. Gwyneth?
Yep.
You couldn't find her name?
I couldn't think of it.
We are so different.
We're very different. I was gonna say Nicole Kidman. I'm like, no, that's Baby Girl.
That's my favorite interview of all time.
Yeah.
Nicole
Which one?
Kidman.
With what? Her by herself?
I interviewed
you
her.
did it?
Yes.
On like
you did it. I'm the one who did it.
On a carpet?
On a carpet, I did. My favorite interviews I've ever done are Melissa McCarthy and Nicole Kidman, and they were on the same night.
Oh my God, for what? What was it?
In Style Awards.
Cool.
And Nicole Kidman, it's somewhere on my TikTok. It's
Yeah, by the way, you have like the biggest digital footprint of anyone I've ever had on my podcast.
Me?
Like, yes. Usually people, I'm like, oh, I'll watch a few of their stuff. Like I watch you. I've been following you for years and years and years. So I was like, I already know her. I don't have to like do much. But I wanted to see like you on podcasts and stuff. So I was looking through and I'm like, which one do I pick? Like you have so much content online. It's crazy.
I do love a combo.
Yeah. It's impressive. It's like truly impressive. Anyway, somewhere on that profile.
Somewhere on that profile. I do TikTok so much though. Everything. And then I just hired, you know who Remy Bader is?
Yep.
So Nikki Bader is her sister.
Okay.
And she's based in Miami. And she just came out with Second Home Social. It's her new company. And she has like a few influencers on there. But she's like, I'll basically like repurpose all of your content to YouTube and Snapchat for you and link all of your outfits. So she started doing that. So like, I want to see where my digital footprint is.
You're everywhere. You're everywhere. There's no hiding from you now. It's great.
My mom went in the beginning of this. She's like a normal person. She works in an office, and she says that in the beginning, people would walk into her office and they're like, "Are you Tefi's mom?" And she'd be like, "What did you do?" Like,
just like fear all the time, living in fear.
No, truly, and for a good reason. She always talks about like my teenage years, like I was so fucking terrible, and I'm like, oh my God. I went to school with girls that went to rehab. I smoked a cigarette.
Yeah.
Like I snuck out of the house once and you caught me within 30 minutes. Like I did not do anything.
No, you were a nightmare.
But I was a nightmare. But I do get to interview people that she's like,
now
and what were they like? You know, like Nicole Kidman. But that was also the craziest, like the most protective publicist I've ever encountered too. But I understand why now.
Yeah.
It was right after, it was 2021. I think it was like November, December 2021.
Okay.
And so.
Crazy time. I feel like that's like kind of when the world was like finally back to normal-ish.
Yeah, kind of. But you had to get like double tested for the COVID, for the corona. Like going to like an event. Do you remember going to an event? And they would test you at the event site and you're like, this is going to be humiliating.
Yes. Yes. Literally, I like during that time period is the first time I ever got to work with Ariana Grande. And I'm getting to the set. I'm like,
can you
surely
imagine?
I have COVID. Like, I'm sure just do.
Surely.
Like the universe is going to take this away from me for sure. And then this like huge jacked guy, because it's her security guard doing it. And he's like waiting for it to test. I'm like, oh my God, please. Just let me in. Just let me in.
Have you seen the movie Airplane?
Have I? Like the old one? Yeah, isn't it? It's like, is that the one where they're like, how do you like your men? like you like my coffee or whatever, the little girl?
I think
do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like slapstick humor, right?
Well, he goes, surely there must be another. And he's like, who's Shirley? That's like my favorite. Every time somebody says Shirley, I'm like,
who's Shirley?
Whatever. But Nicole Kidman, she was like very giddy. And everybody around her was like masked up. Obviously, we were all masked up except for me when somebody wasn't.
And you got to talk.
Yeah, exactly. She was like giddy and she's like, so she saw me from across the red carpet and she'd go like this to me. And I'm like this. Me? And I'm like, surely this is a dream.
Surely.
This is a dream. And every time she like passes a camera, you know, she's like, it's cold in here. And then the camera guy is is Nicole Kidman flirting with you? I'm like, don't fucking move. Whatever's going on, whatever stars have aligned on me at this moment, nobody fucking move.
Yeah, don't ruin this for me.
She's like, are you cold? From like, but she's still like 5 cameras away. And I'm like, I'm not cold. Like, I'm like,
You're like, thanks for asking, but I'm okay.
I'm not cold. She's like, whatever. Ends up taking off her jacket. She looks at me. She goes, no, I'm going to put it back on. I'm like, she has to think that she knows me. Like she has to think that she like I look like someone.
Yeah.
She comes up to me and she goes, hi, I'm Nicole. I'm like, you kiss me. And then I'm like, when do you feel the most in style? I came up with that for In Style magazine.
Good job.
Thank you. It took, when you time your Vyvanse just right, you can come up with magic.
That's magic.
And she's like, when I wear my pajamas.
Cute.
When I wear my pajamas, I'm at home with my kids. And then she looks at me and she's like, but I never wear the bottoms.
Why was she flirting
just
with
the
you?
top? I don't even know if she's flirting. I think that she was just like, there are some people in the world that are so famous. I don't think she understands how famous she is.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably better not to.
Right? And like her assistant is actually someone who like, who's married to a college friend of mine. Weirdly.
There's a connection.
Yeah. And he was like, no, she is like that. Like, she's just like a joy. And she's like, sometimes I'll walk around the house without my pants on or something. And the publicist is like, please, Nicole.
They're like, please rein it in.
Please. And I think that might have been like the first time she went out. So she was like having an alcohol with her friends, like since COVID.
Yeah.
But that is easily like me giggling with Nicole Kidman, like, and doing the X's and O's podcast. Like,
thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was waiting for my recognition. Thank you. That's awesome. Wait, what was Melissa McCarthy like?
Oh my God. I look at that TikTok of us all the time. I'm not going to get it. But basically in the middle of it, I don't know why. Sorry.
You're fine.
I don't know why I started dancing. And she started dancing with me. And she was like, and I was like, you go in the front. She's like, no, I'm backing you up. She's just so
cute.
Fucking funny. And I recently watched The Heat.
Great movie. Great movie.
When Sandra Bullock goes to the bar with her, and in the morning they wake up, he's like, "No, your first boyfriend, Walt." The one that blows up, she's like, "You guys were electric." It's like, or the albino is like, she's the albino man. She's like, "Is your wife a 5-pound bag of flour with a hole in it?" So.
I feel like I need to watch this again so I can be in on this with you and remember it. The only thing
recently with Drew Afualo in LA.
Fun.
That's why.
I only remember like the window blankets about the curtains. She's like, okay, sorry, I don't have window blankets, like because Sandra Bullock has curtains.
It's one of those movies that I would watch on a plane and not pay attention to, but because Drew loves that movie, if I could feel her watching me watch the movie.
Oh God. And that's a good thing when the movie is good, but when the movie is bad and the pressure is there, you're like, do I have to LOL?
I know. Like my brother making me watch Wild Hogs. I'm like,
yeah, like that's not going to land with everyone. That's like me watching Saltburn with my dad.
Why did you?
I didn't know. I didn't watch any. This was like years ago. This was when it came out. I didn't know anything. Someone was like, you have to watch it. Every picture.
You're like, Dad loves movies.
Yeah. I'm like, every scene is like, it's like a picture. I was like, okay, yeah. Like my dad was there. And then like halfway through the movie, he's like, what the fuck is this? Like, but he watched the whole thing. So
he's like, oh, I love a bath. He's like, wait, I don't.
At one point he was like in and out of sleeping. And then at one point he just woke up and he's like, so is that one gay? I'm like, I'm trying to figure. I think everyone's trying to figure that out. We're not sure.
He's
Barry.
That's amazing. One of my close friends, Jeff. I don't know why I'm using your name, G, but Geoff, Geoff.
The only way to spell Jeff.
The only way. His sibling came out to their mom. And then right after, Jeff was like, you know what we should do as a family is go watch Blue is the Warmest Color.
No.
And that day, I think he's never been the same.
No. Did they actually do it?
Yes.
No.
Yes, they did.
No.
And I was like, oh, that's that French movie. He's like, Tefi, do me a favor and watch that movie tonight. And I watched it and I called him back and I was like, that was like watching a war movie and your friend is a veteran.
Yeah. It like triggering and very like that movie is
a lot of
hard for me
90s
to get
style
through.
Fucking, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
They were like, and we use prosthetics, I'm like, I've seen
Yeah.
a pussy.
Oh.
Like,
No, also there's like so much weird shit about that movie, but I don't know anyone who's scissoring that much, like for that long. Like I'm not a scissoring not like some people don't think
no,
it's
they were
real.
trying to start a fire.
What the hell was that?
Don't giggle.
The amount of friction in that room was
There was way too
crazy.
much.
There's no way they could keep a prosthetic on with that much movement. It had to be super glued. That
And
movie
there's
is
no
crazy.
way you couldn't feel anything through that prosthetic. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, and also the director is a creep, which is
that's
unfortunate.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, a guy in Hollywood?
No way.
What the fuck are you talking about?
way.
That's crazy. Surely. You can't-
Surely. No, he's also like a French director, so it's like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not safe anywhere.
Yeah. And it's that famous photo of what's her name, the blonde girl with the tear.
The blonde one or the
Not Adele. Adele with the long Greek name.
yeah, the blue-haired girl.
The blue-haired girl. There we go. Yeah, that's.
I'm like,
there's
is she blonde? Doesn't she have blue hair?
because
Well, I guess it
blue is
goes-
the warmest. I understand.
Yep.
It's coming. It's
and
coming.
then that girl also is in Bond. She's a Bond girl.
Yes, she is.
See, I know some pop culture.
Yes, you do. Lesbians.
Yeah.
Yes,
I know
you
the
do.
pop culture I need to know.
I also looked up that IMDb.
Yeah, I know that. Okay. I didn't even do an intro. I could do it.
Hey, so
Hey, hi. Okay. We're already talking about scissoring and let's get into it. Okay, hi guys. My name's Shannon Beveridge. Welcome back to Exes and Now's, a podcast where we talk about queer relationships and sex. And my guest today, I cannot believe that you're here. I feel like I asked you to come on my podcast like a year ago.
you did.
And I'm so glad that you said yes and that we finally made it happen. But you might recognize her from TikTok or the internet or red carpets. Where else could they see you? Anywhere. You're everywhere. Snapchat now.
Definitely not the supermarket.
Not in real life. Not anywhere where you would have to make food.
No,
Anyway,
exactly.
It's Tefi.
Maybe your local Benihana. I do think Benihana is the best fine dining experience ever. Yes.
And you know who Benihana, who started it?
It's Steve Aoki's father.
Crazy.
Brother to Devin Aoki.
Who's that?
What are you talking about?
Should I know who that is?
Devin Aoki, Fast and the Furious. She's so hot.
Oh my God. Yeah. And she was in a lesbian movie
Okay, I'm
too,
back.
Debs.
Yeah. What are you talking about? No, she's
I didn't
so
know
hot.
that they were related.
I know. And I follow her
What
on
a-
social media, and she is just living the life that like everybody wants to live.
What a crazy family.
What a crazy family. I would love to go to the Benihana corporate Christmas party.
Oh, but they don't like have a relationship.
What?
Have you seen the documentary?
Wait, Steve, I don't have a relationship with my dad either. We have so much to talk
Are
about.
you trying to date Steve Aoki from my podcast? I don't think this is the right place.
No. I want to go to Benihana's with Steve Aoki.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want.
We can make that happen.
That's what I want. I think he's married.
Oh, shit.
Who isn't?
Not us.
Me, period. I'm the only one.
Me and you.
Mm-hmm.
I was like not freaking out, but last night I was thinking about it. I'm like, wait, is Tefi straight? Because I don't have anyone straight on my podcast. But then I was like, is Tefi straight, or do I just think everyone's gay? And then I was like, I'm just going to look into it. I'm sure I can find something. And then you went on Gabby Wendy's podcast and you guys kind of talked about being pansexual, but then you don't like the word.
I like to say my organizational style, my interior design, and my sexuality is bohemian in nature.
Okay. Both.
I'm more of a bohemian. Like I tell people, my type is whoever likes me.
Yeah.
Who am I to deny you?
That actually is a great explanation.
You know?
To explain also like pansexuality.
It's so pansexual. Like I'm missing a nail, so every time, look at that. Look at the screen. How hideous
But it's
is
like
that?
subtle.
Is it?
I feel like the pinky is the best option.
Go back to me. Can you go back? So
Go back to me.
I think when it comes to sexuality, I don't know why. I know why. When I was young, so my sister was with a woman for a very long time, and I was a big fan of her. And now, if I was in a Durango going 70 miles per hour, I would be going towards her. But that's fine. And if I got my license.
Oh shit.
I know. Well, it was.
You don't need
It was 2020. I was in quarantine. My license expired. I'm not going to the DMV.
Yeah. Oh, you had a license at one point.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, in Miami, like you have to drive around.
Yeah.
Nobody was like super sad I couldn't drive anymore. Like nobody.
You weren't breaking hearts with that.
No. So my sister, I remember when I had already moved away. I must have been like 22, And she picked me up from the airport. And my sister's she grew up as a tomboy. She loves animals. She loved being outside, motorcycles. She went through a big wolf phase. I think she's still in her dragon phase.
Okay, sounding like a lesbian.
Yes, you know what I mean. She like loves the Doors.
Okay,
and I know why. It's because Morrison. What's his name?
James
Morrison. Does that sound right?
I was going to say Jimmy. I don't know. James
Morrison.
Jimmy Morrison, you know.
He'd make a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
And you know it.
Oh, yeah. He's gorgeous.
Gorgeous woman.
Yeah.
So I remember she picked me up and she was like, I'm in love with a girl. And I said, water is wet or something. Because,
yeah.
And we laughed about it. And then she was with this person for like 7-8 years or something. And then I remember somebody asking me, was it ever a big deal in your family? And I'm like, no, I think like Laura technically didn't have to come out. Like my mom was like, oh my God, amazing. All of you guys are so weird. I'm so glad one of you is in a relationship. It's amazing. Wait, what is she like? And that was it.
Yeah.
You know,
that's like what is queerness to like Latin culture? Like
bad.
I know. I was like, because there's so much like Catholicism, right? And like,
it's funny if you have a gay cousin who's a guy.
I was going to say, I feel like gay men are kind of in because like Miami too, it's like, there's a lot of gay guys down there. Like they're running the nightclubs.
Yeah.
So I feel like you kind of have no choice but to be accepting of the gay men.
The Miami I grew up in is not the Miami people know today.
Shit. I don't think I know Miami, by the way.
You don't?
No.
Well, if you and I went, we'd never come back. We'd have to pay rent at 11. I have way too much fucking fun in Miami. Every time those airplane wheels hit the ground, I go, okay, we can do this. Like I can.
It's like sounds like Las Vegas.
Please, it is Las Vegas by the ocean, but I'm there.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
But the Miami that I grew up in, we're talking like my dad in a Speedo, rollerblades, like, and my dad is not a gay man. He's just Brazilian.
It's just Brazilian.
Often confused. But
no, just Brazilian.
You know, but very lively, like, come on, chicky baby, let's do the conga, like all that. And now it's just like New Yorkers and like MAGA, which is fucking crazy to me. Because the Miami I know is like, you walk down the street, you know, somebody has a basket full of mangoes. They're like, do you want one? You're like, oh my God, of course. You have mango all over your teeth. And then you go to high school and like oh my God, I can't believe like your ex is like cheating on you. I can't believe a 16-year-old boy in Miami would cheat on you.
No way.
You know, like, and you're drinking Cuban coffee with like your classmates. Like, it's just like a different, and now I go back and I'm like, it's completely different. So the Miami that I grew up in, like, yeah, I remember Gianni Versace died. We love you, Gianni. And Ricky Martin, and I remember like when Rosie O'Donnell bought a house.
Oh my gosh.
Island, and I met her the other day.
Do you follow her on Instagram? Because she has an obsession with squirrels that I need to understand.
I'm on squirrel TikTok.
She is just posting her squirrel that's in her
She owns
back.
a squirrel?
I think it's just her backyard squirrel. She grid posts the squirrel quite frequently. Sometimes with no caption. It's just the squirrel. And I'm like,
your
Rosie?
butch lesbian aunt. Of course she's posting her.
Yeah.
Of course she's posting her squirrel. Sounds bad.
Of course she But yes, exactly.
It's like beaver is big, squirrel is landing strip.
No.
No?
Is that a thing?
No, I made that up.
Okay, that was actually really good.
Yeah, put that in Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
Me all day on TikTok. I'm on Urban Dictionary.
Dictionary.
Right. She's got a bird for spirit. And so Miami, I think with Latin people growing up, gay guys were cool, but like being a Latin girl and being gay, it was if you take something away from men, they're not gonna like it.
You tell me about it. Yeah.
So like I think that was kind of the deal, you know. And then I was also on the car ride over here. The first movie that I ever saw where gay people, where I was like, oh, women fuck each other.
Yeah.
Was at the end of Love Actually.
What happens when they have a threesome with the Scottish
Denise,
guy?
I think it's Denise Richards. And
oh my God, the hottest women ever.
Hottest women ever.
Yeah. And the girl from Girl Next Door too.
Yes,
who I've always had a
Elisa.
crush on.
Got you. That movie. I can't believe you said that movie. That movie I watch like once a season.
It's a great film, and that's gay of you because she's so hot in that.
Also, like the bag on the head gets me every time at the end when they're filming the porno.
Oh my God, and he's got the huge And
huge cock.
Yeah.
Huge. I
You
call
can
it an
say
American
I won't
Hammer.
say it.
But he's also in Batman.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Where's
where's
the Joker, right? Or no, is he the Joker? He's the bad guy.
yeah, I think he is the Joker.
But there's so many Batmans and so many Jokers.
Okay, Shannon, let me tell you something.
Do you know them all?
No, I have sex. No. But I have to say, there's this one journalist, I don't remember his name, but I think he works for Vice. And every time there's a new Marvel movie, there's a theater in New York that starts from the first Marvel movie.
No.
And it does the whole universe. And I think it takes like something like 78 hours. And the guy and he does it every year. And every time there's a new announcement for a Marvel movie, I'm like, this is the worst day of his life. Like every single time.
He has to do it again.
Like I remember, oh my God. I remember specifically reading like, okay, we just got to Ant-Man 1. And I'm like, I would be.
That's insane. There's so many.
And then the
Wandaverse.
Yeah. But I feel like people in LA like love
that.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Love Marvel.
This episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. I think we can all agree one of the worst parts about being an adult is making your own doctor's appointment. It's terrible. And it's even worse when you have to settle for a doctor that you don't really like, which I feel like I don't have a single friend who hasn't been to a terrible dentist or had a doctor that takes like 6 months to go see, because what is American healthcare? I don't know. But ZocDoc makes it so much easier. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with over 100,000 doctors in all specialties, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skin care, and everything in between. You can filter doctors based off ones who take your insurance, are located nearby, or are a good fit for whatever medical need you might have, and are highly rated by verified patients. Once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose a time slot that works for you, and click to instantly book an appointment. And appointments through ZocDoc typically happen fast, anywhere from like 24 to 72 hours, and sometimes you can even score same-day appointments. I've used ZocDoc. I recommend it to all my family and friends, and also to y'all. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/exes to click and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/exes. And one more time, that's ZocDoc.com/exes. This episode is sponsored by Shopify. If you've ever thought about starting a business, let 2025 be the year you start selling. And use Shopify when you do. The best time to start your new business is today. Shopify makes it easy to create your brand, start your business, and start selling. Get your store up and running easily with thousands of customizable templates. You don't need to know how to code or do like graphic design or anything. You just drag and drop. They have very powerful social media tools that make it easy to link all of your accounts together, and then you can make shoppable posts wherever anyone is scrolling so you can make more sales. Shopify makes it easy to manage your growing business. They help with the details like shipping, taxes, and payments, all from one single dashboard. So you can focus on the important stuff like growing your business. Don't let someone beat you to it. Start your business today and start it with Shopify. With Shopify, your first sale is closer than you think. Honestly, established in 2025 really does have a nice ring to it. So sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/exes, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/exes to start selling on Shopify today. And one more time, that's shopify.com/exes.
Speaking of lesbians,
I love to.
the L word,
Yes.
Romy,
Yes.
married.
I saw that.
I can't believe.
Angelina Jolie's brother. Just in case y'all didn't see.
Yeah. And I was like, that's the key to being around Angelina Jolie. You just have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
And hang around people who are, I'm always trying to figure out how to get close to Angelina Jolie.
Is she dating a woman? I need to know.
Well, she
There's
did for a very,
rumors.
very long time.
Yeah, but there's rumors she is now.
Who? The Weeknd?
No, some like blonde lady who was on a red carpet with her.
Free zone.
I don't
Are
know.
you gonna stitch on me? Oh, thank you. Thank you. You thought I was gonna like bring out like a laptop?
Yeah. I was like, please, let's do the work.
But of dating a woman, some blonde lady.
Some blonde lady.
It's always you fucking blondes.
Yeah, damn it.
It's always. I mean, taking Angelina Jolie away from me is what I mean.
Yes, of course.
Brad Pitt.
Of course.
Shannon.
Oh, of course, Tefi. Have you ever had any? No, you had orange hair though.
I had orange hair. I was a blonde for a little bit, but
Wow.
my mom said I looked like Mystique, like on my skin. So that was mean.
Got it.
I've been almost every color.
That's nice.
Yes.
I've done this one.
Just the brown?
Just the brown.
You have virgin hair?
Yeah. Now, well, no. Also, because I get a Brazilian blowout. Do you know about those?
Yeah. Yes, I'm Brazilian.
Yeah. Well, you got to be careful because a Brazilian it means two things.
Yeah. When you said Brazilian, I was like, okay, it's a pube joke.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say my favorite pube joke.
Exactly. What is your favorite pube joke?
That I'm part Portuguese, so it's not a Bermuda short. It's just me. It's my laser lady was like, it's gonna take at least 16 sessions. I'm like, the website said 8.
Oh my God.
No.
Did it hurt?
Shannon, I was screaming, uncle.
Yeah.
That is insane. And then I see on TikTok, and it's expensive. Also, it did not work. You're looking at Bush Queen. And
Not working.
no, what is Matt Damon in Contagion? I'm, what's it called? Immune. I'm immune.
You're
I'm
immune
I'm
to
immune to
laser
lasers.
hair.
Yeah. So, Matt Damon, I'm so sorry.
How he got dragged into that, we don't know.
I never thought I would talk about my bikini laser treatment and Matt Damon.
At the same time.
And who's in Contagion? Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, and we made it back to the beginning. Yes. Everyone's related somehow. What is it, like the Kevin Bacon thing?
6 degrees.
Of Kevin Bacon.
So in my house, it was Tom Cruise.
Really?
I have a story about Tom Cruise.
Okay. Wait, what were we talking about before?
Pubes. Oh, Brazilian blowout, virgin hair.
Yeah, but then before that, we were talking about your
If you
hair.
use that clip of me screaming pubes.
Pubes. Yeah, that's going in the breakdown. No, I was going to say, have you ever had like internet controversy?
Shannon.
Have you?
Every fucking day.
Really? But like really like
Like where people blow up, like things like that?
yeah.
No, because I have rules about the internet.
Okay.
So one is I never go into specific detail, meaning that doesn't mean that I'm not like I'll share about my life. Like people are like, you're so vulnerable online. And I'm like, that's crazy you say that because I always use this example, like I could tell somebody like my grandparents passed away and I miss them every day. I can't believe I can't call them. Like something good happens and they were so worried about me for so long and now I'm fine and I can't like share this with them. Anyone who has experienced grief knows exactly what I talk about, but you didn't know how old they were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like when I talk about, I feel like with the internet, most of this drama comes from letting people too into their narrative to the point that it becomes theirs. And I fucking refuse.
So fair. I don't, apparently.
Because if I give you not generality, but if I don't give you if I don't break it down for you, it's not just about me, it's about us.
Yeah.
And I want my platform to always be conversational. I don't want it to be a presentation or like a monologue. And also I hate people telling me who the fuck I am. I barely know who the fuck I am.
So
You're gonna
fair.
fucking tell me.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Some bitch in Oklahoma at home with her Yorkies is
Yeah.
gonna fucking tell me about the problem with you is, where do you live? Come outside.
No, literally. I'm like, are you guys all therapists?
Yeah, but lesbians are so like that's another thing. My my friends, they're always like, Tefi, if you ever need to find something out, go on lesbian TikTok. They know every detail down to the rising sign.
No, they literally know everything. They knew I was dating my ex-girlfriend before we had ever met, which so we weren't dating. They were like, I think that Shannon's going to date this girl because we followed each other on Instagram. And then we did date.
They know you better than you know yourself.
I hope not, because they think some terrible things about me.
I will say, so my best friend, Flora, she's married to HK. And they've been together. It's like her first real, what is WLW?
Woman loving woman relationship.
I can't say that. Woman loving woman relationship.
Walla.
It's her first like gay relationship and they just got married and HK loves you.
Oh, no way.
Loves you. So I was like, oh wait, HK, like I have this podcast today. And she's like, holy fucking did you have a Tumblr?
Oh yeah.
That's what it
I feel like your analogy to the internet too, it's kind of like songwriters when they write lyrics that are not very specific so everyone can hear them and like attribute it to their
Toxic
own life.
by Britney Spears is a massive hit for said reason.
And that's kind of how you're like operating your online presence.
Right.
Which for me, I never even had the idea or the thought or like the wherewithal to protect myself in that way because of how I started online. Like because it started with like, here is the letter I wrote to my dad coming out to him. It's like very vulnerable.
And you can't take that back.
No, so that's still out there. You could definitely find it.
Okay.
But
how old were you?
19.
Okay. A baby, a cherub.
Yeah. And this is the year of like the internet was not the internet.
So you've been doing this?
Yeah, forever.
But so the first time I ever found you was because of that song.
Because of that song.
Mm-hmm. Because of
what
that
song?
The one about
very specific lyrics.
Rebecca.
Very specific lyrics. Yeah, she doesn't write songs like you do your social media.
No.
Yeah.
My song would be like, I woke up today.
yeah, literally. No.
I do. Okay, another rule is I don't talk about anything until I've already figured it out. So so people aren't helping me figure it out.
Fair.
So like I was engaged, and that to me a while ago, we broke up 3.5 fucking years ago, and I'm still like unpacking that because I'm a Cancer. God forbid I let go.
Yeah.
And I'm still unpacking that. I'm still like coming to putting things like, wait, he didn't go to the party that night. Like that's like, me, like still to this day.
Yeah.
So I don't talk about it, but I've learned a lot of things from that breakup. Like when I knew it wasn't going to work out, should have been it. Rather, well, people make things work. Like I'll talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
But I won't talk about, like things that are other people's stories too. Like my sister with her experiences, or even like my brother, or like we don't talk to our dad, right? So like I'm not gonna say like, well, for Laura, like I would, so that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you like keep a little bit of a wall between you and
I don't want to say anybody else's story. I work in pop culture.
Yeah. I'm like, I think you just did like a 4-part series on someone else's story, but yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay, speaking of those, can you please do gay ones? I really want you to do Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor.
Yeah, I do too. It's like the thing is, it's so much easier to do Y2K couples because they've talked about it now and we have the truth versus these like horrible tabloid lies. Because if you look up Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor,
yes,
I'm so sorry.
Get it right. Yes,
Taylor. They're super, super fucking private.
Yeah, and they're also still together.
And they also live in separate houses. Like, there's not a lot.
Yeah, I know.
There.
Boss, though.
So, and the thing with Y2K couples is name one gay one. That's like, that's why people are like, oh, can you do black couples? I'm like, the most iconic couples, like, they were white, blonde, skinny bitches. Yeah. All of them.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock, we love you. But, like, I guess I could do, like, if I think of, I mean, I did Whitney Houston. That's another thing though, Shannon. Okay. Like people are like, can you do, like I have an Aretha Franklin packet waiting. I've had it for a year.
Okay.
When you're doing, like I did a Cher packet. Cher's 70 something.
Yeah.
I did a Jane Fonda packet. She's 80 fucking 5. Part 14 and you're in 1975. I am so fucking tired. Like I am like, oh my, and I'm charging other like phone lights.
Yeah.
So because they'll die mid fucking series, and I'm like, and then I'm dehydrated and I have to stop and get lunch, and I'm like, I have to get back. Saying the words Amanda Bynes part 32 nearly fucking took me out.
That's wild. And also, I can't believe that people are that invested in all of those parts. Like, those series do so well.
They do so well. And I brought them back. I told myself this year, I'm going to try to do, for January, I'm going to try to do 30.
Oh my.
I have so many packets.
What do you do? When do you sleep?
I don't. No, I don't. I take a trazodone at 11 p.m. every night.
Okay.
But the packets do so well, and the reason I love doing them is because you don't understand the questions that I get. I get questions like, wait, what's a Spice Girl? Like, you don't understand. Like,
These
other
kids
day,
are not educated.
No, they're not. The other day I was talking to somebody and they're like, wait, Britney Spears danced?
Stop.
Britney Spears danced?
Stop.
Britney Spears is the lord of dance.
She's still dancing. Haven't you seen? She's
like,
twirling.
does she sing? I'm like, Savannah, slow down. That's not, there's entertainers and there's singers.
Yeah.
You're talking about one of the best entertainers in the fucking
Exactly.
world, okay?
Yeah.
But the packets, they take me, like, so in the beginning, I would handwrite, I only write things down because I'm ancient. And so I'd have...
You're literally not old at all.
But
you talk about that all the time. I'm like, stop.
People...
Because you're giving people like me a bad name too. I'm like, we're young.
People
We're
call
young.
me Grandma Tefi on TikTok.
That's
Grandma.
psychotic.
I know, but then I'm like, I look at my Botox and I'm like, you don't look a day over 33. You fucking beautiful bitch. You know, but people online, like you have to remember, like there's a girl, she DM'd me the other day and she's like, I'm 13. I love your TikToks. If she's 13.
Oh my God, she doesn't know anything.
No, when was she born then? She was born in...
Stop. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. When it was 2021 and I was like, people born in the year 2000 can drink alcohol now at a bar, that scared me.
I fucked this guy. The rumors are true. I've had sex. I fucked this guy.
That's like the 4th time you've said you have sex. Like, I'm like, we believe you.
No. I don't have any sex. I like literally... But I'm always prepared.
Okay.
I'm always prepared.
You're like, I have sex. I'm going to do 30 packets in January. And
guys, it's not that I'm not getting laid. It's I'm so busy.
Yes,
with my
I'm
own
working.
work. Guys, I have sex. But no, like I'm always prepared. Like I'm at CVS, like looking for razor burn all the time. Like, where is it? No, I'm just kidding. So this guy, he's like, wait, were you alive for 9/11? And I was like, how old are you?
What the
And
hell?
it was like 24 or something. And I was like, I have 2 options. I can freak the fuck out and I looked at him and I was like, it was a normal morning. Like I had to. Like there's no way. And he was like, that must have been so scary. And I was like, it was super scary.
Stop. You're like, not only was I alive, I was conscious. Like I have memories.
Yeah, and I was like, please never tell anyone about this. I want to talk about it on a podcast.
Don't tell him. I'm gonna tell him first.
Please. If you saw him, you'd be really proud of me. That man was fine as shit.
I'm dead. Wait, are you dating now? You haven't figured that out yet, so you're not.
I am.
I saw that you posted in November
That I had
he
a crush
shaved
on.
his mustache.
Oh, that was a joke though.
Okay, I couldn't tell.
No, but I really love a mustache.
Fair.
But I've never dated anyone seriously with a mustache.
Me either.
You got me there. You got me there. But I think a mustache
But you
is
want
so
to.
fucking... Oh my God,
But
I
you
would
want to.
love to... What's that guy on the rug, the bear rug who's naked?
Like
Burt Reynolds.
Oh, like football
Yeah.
player guy. Yeah, I know.
Your dad probably loves him.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Which is crazy.
I saw that as a kid and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Also, I feel like Miami was like the birthplace of a mustache.
Cocaine mustaches.
Right?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that. I love a mustache. You know what I mean? You know what? I think everyone should wear a mustache. But
Yeah, that's the influence you have on this podcast. All the girls are like,
grow it out.
Okay.
Put the thread down.
No, something also when I turned like 26, I'm like, why did my upper lip hair change?
I'm a
Do
Billy
it
Goat
different. But mine was like not like this, and then it changed. I'm
Well,
like,
you're losing estrogen.
well, that's rude.
How
God damn
dare
it. I want it back.
Shannon, darling.
Damn. Is that what it is? I was young.
Yes, it is. I think so. I found my first gray hair the other day too.
Your
though.
first is crazy.
Yeah, I know. I'm super. That's what I keep telling people. I'm young.
Yeah. I have many gray hairs.
You have many?
Many.
I call them nature's highlights.
Yeah, I love that. I just wish they weren't a different texture of hair.
What do you mean?
Like, I wish they weren't wiry. Like, my hair is like one texture and then the gray hair comes out and I'm like,
Oh, no.
that belongs to a different head.
Not mine.
Oh, good. You've had one. Not mine.
Not mine.
Yeah, suddenly you're like the expert on gray hairs.
Well, gray hairs aren't. No, what was I talking about before mustaches? Oh, am I dating? I do have a really fat fucking crush on someone
Okay.
that I know thinks he likes me.
Okay.
Like he thinks he likes me.
Okay.
Yeah. Or like, I feel like sometimes I date people and they're like, wait, I should like her. That's like my curse, you know?
That's interesting. It has to be something about who you're picking as well, though.
Shannon,
Right?
my picker is so bad. I have 2 types of men, right? I need one who's like gonna be caveman, like
Mustache.
oh, like he
Hairy.
could throw a cotton ball on a roof.
Okay.
Just
I've
strong.
never heard that saying
But think
ever.
about it.
That's great. That's great. I'm going to have to put that into my Urban Dictionary.
Your Rolodex.
Yeah.
Yes. And so I need like that kind of like,
Okay.
or I need just the gayest, skinniest noodle
I was gonna
dangly earring of a
say,
man.
I felt like you said that you dated bi men before.
I only date bi men.
Yeah.
I
I'm
only
like-
date, or the men that I date don't know they're bi yet.
Got it.
And then they figure it out while we're together. Fuck you. And then they want to break up. And I'm like, why would we break up? We have more in common. I like cock too. Why would we break up?
This doesn't have to pull us apart.
You made me pause Les Mis for this. We were harmonizing.
Oh my God.
What are you talking about? And they're like, but yeah, I love effeminate men. I love men you can watch like Will and Grace with. I feel like the majority of men that I've dated have had experiences with men. And I think that is so fucking hot. What's not hot is doing that while we're together.
Yeah, because that's cheating.
Because there's nothing I love. I love three things in the world: Britney Spears, nicotine, and monogamy.
That's a tough one.
Oh my
That's a tough one in these streets.
Imagine
these
me in a
days.
long-term relationship listening to Britney Spears smoking a cigarette. Like,
That seems like a dream you could have. Like, we could make that happen.
you haven't dated men.
That is true. I have not dated.
Have you
men.
ever had sex with a man?
No. I know. Virgin.
Fist
I'm
up?
just a virgin. No, I because I grew up in Dallas and then I had like very religious friends. It was more just like no one was really having sex, so I just got to like fly under the radar with everyone else. It wasn't like I think if I
You
grew
grew up
up
Mormon?
No.
Oh, I don't know why I heard that.
No.
Sorry.
In Dallas, just religious. It's giving more like Protestant, like what I don't even know, like
Yeah.
Bible churches and stuff. Like I don't even know what those
Caucasian Protestant adjacent.
yeah, like also mega churches, some baptism.
Wait, I'm dying.
Baptism.
Baptists,
Yeah,
which
is a religion.
and a baptism is a verb.
Yeah. Okay. So it stuck with me. I remember all that religious stuff. No, but I just like flew under the radar because no one was like sleeping with anyone, which was awesome for me.
They're like, wait, of course she hasn't lost her virginity. We're not married.
No, literally.
That is incredible.
Yeah. I have friends who got married and didn't touch penis. Didn't even touch it. Not even over the pants. I'm like, what? Did you look at his pants when they were tight at least to know what you were like signing up for?
Okay.
Isn't that wild? I mean, it's not wild. If anyone's watching and you
As
are
someone who
doing that.
fucks so much.
So again,
No, I think 100%. I think I got laid like 3 times in 2024. And every
Yeah,
time
I'm
it happened, yeah, I'm out here fucking.
Fucking.
Every time it happened, I'd go,
oh
Literally.
my fucking God.
they're like, why is she so attached to me? I'm like, you don't understand. I've been fishing in this river for a long time. You don't understand.
oh my God.
You're like, after this, I have to film a 80-part series on Jane Fonda. I don't want to explain what I do for work.
yeah.
But I think I lost my virginity when I was 15.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I think that there is like more, that's more common. Not 15 sounds a little, I don't know. I don't know what's right
No,
and
you
wrong.
can judge me to my face.
No. Because I don't know.
No.
I don't know who's watching. But it does seem like many people lose their virginity or at least start to explore sexuality in high school in some way, shape, or form. I did too, but with a girl. But we didn't have sex. We just were like,
Pop, kiss, goodnight.
I'm in love with you.
Uh-huh.
We're going to hell.
But together.
Yeah. Well, and then we were like, but apart. Because her parents found out. Everyone who watches my podcast is like, stop talking about this. But basically,
No.
her parents put a baby monitor in her room, found out that we liked each other, outed us to like my family, her family. So that was like my origin story. My like first like out experience was really bad. So I think that's also why this.
And
social
how old were
media
you?
thing. 16.
So then at 19, so you were full of shame. And so then you said, that's not true, that's not true, that's not true.
I went to Oklahoma.
Went to Oklahoma, the gayest state of them all.
Went to Oklahoma. Joined a sorority.
You should have gone to Miami.
I mean, I should have done a million other things.
You should have been in New York.
I could have gone to Austin. Like my sister went to UT. UT, although still Texas.
Longhorns?
Is definitely more open-minded about that kind of thing. But I did it on purpose because I was like, fuck you guys, I'm not gay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make out with Jake in his
and
frat
he's
house.
never going to see my boobs.
Yeah. And he never even tried to touch him. I'm so confused about
Because
him
you
as
find
well.
each other.
No, Literally, the other guy I made out with in college, there were only 3. One of them is an out man now.
I'm telling you, that's what I was going to say. The girls that married the guys that didn't want to fuck, it must be a dream come true for a gay man.
I know, but I don't think they're gay. Like, I think they're really, really religious. Like, they believe.
So why don't you fuck when you're married? Sorry, I did that. So why don't you fuck? Do it in front of me.
Well, this is the thing too. I just feel so stressed for so many people in that kind of like environment because they're just
jail cell.
Yeah, it's just so there's so much suppression of sexuality that I feel like even when they get into marriages, it's like it feels naughty. Like sex is so naughty to them. Sex was naughty to me. Sex is still naughty to me. Like I only recently started to like speak when I'm having sex.
Oh my God, I am such the 4 times I've ever had sex. I am like.
Are you talking?
I'm like, no, I can't stand you, Tefi. Why aren't you talking? What's on your mind?
No, not what's on your mind.
This is why bisexual men love me, though.
Yeah.
Have you ever met a bi man who's quiet?
No, you're right.
They are talkers. We're just talking. I mean, I love communication, though. I'm a big communication girl. But I feel like quiet sex.
I know. No, there's like, obviously there was sounds happening and stuff, but there was not a lot of like, I'm only also, and I'm 32, by the way, again, I'm only realizing how bizarre that was. Like, not that it's bizarre if you're having quiet sex, you can have quiet sex.
You're too interneted.
I know.
You're
I'm
too
like,
interneted.
Someone is going to comment.
As the quiet sex community leader.
Literally, though.
No, guys,
well, there's no right or wrong way to have sex, okay? But I realize now, I would talk about that like kind of freely on other podcasts. If I were you,
I would yeehaw when I come. If I were you. Yeehaw! Like that.
No, but I could just talk a little bit more. No. I don't think I'm going to start doing that.
No,
but
thank
I'm
you,
also
please. No, thank you, please.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, please.
I need to, anyway, be single, so.
Well, you're a lesbian. You're going to be single for what, 3 months?
I know, but I know, but this time I'm not allowed.
Do you have what do you mean? Jesus?
No, I've just been like I've been like a serial monogamous. I've like dated many people back to back, but long term.
Is it hard for you?
Yeah. Hey, and I'm alone too, okay?
Okay.
So, yeah, there's 2 strategies here.
There's 2 strategies, yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I was talking about this with someone recently. I think there's this like idea of like a scarcity mindset when it comes to like lesbianism and queer women culture.
There's 50 of you worldwide.
There's not that many of us. Yeah. And then when like a really eligible one becomes available, or like someone that you're like, whoa, wait, I'm attracted to you. You're like, you're my type. You're like in the same city. You're like, when all those things line up, you're like, well, I have to date you now. Even if you're in, like, I know so many queer people who get into relationships when they're like, I was like, I was going to do my soul searching, but then we met and now we're in love. And I'm like, that's good. I thought I could work and operate that way as well. But I'm like, oh God, no. And also so many people keep getting gay. So I'm like, I just need to relax.
There's the real pandemic.
Yeah.
The homosexual agenda.
The pandemic.
That is fucking funny.
Hey.
That's fucking funny.
No.
Oh my God, that is a good title for something.
For something somewhere.
Copyright that. Pandemic.
Okay. Well. No, but it's real.
I get that though. I get that too. Also, it's like a kinship. You know, one of my friends, Bowman. He is in a monogamous relationship with a man, and he's like, I want to get married so bad, but I'm like, and him and his boyfriend have talked about this like. There's not a lot of examples of a monogamous long-term gay relationship. And once in a while, I mean, the Palm Springs gays, those muscular like biker gays, they've been together since like the 80s.
Yeah, or like the roommates of like that we all grew up with.
They're women.
Yeah. But they're like, not a lot.
That's another rule of mine is like when a video, there's a couple videos of mine that I kept up, but I regret. Because the people that agreed with me, I don't like. And that's how you know you're like on the wrong side or whatever. I'm not talking about anything like hateful. It's just people that I find really fucking annoying. Yeah. Like people who are just like the quiet sexers of America. Whiners. Yeah. You know? And
like the PC police. But
oh my God.
The ones that take it to a like Extreme. I'm like still trying to be nice though. Like, it's not me. I love you guys. Hey, have
And
you
you know
ever heard
what?
of the PC police? I love those guys. Or people.
You know,
I
and we're
love
all
those
people.
And I love all those people.
Everyone deserves a life of dignity. That's what
Yeah.
I say whenever I'm in trouble. Everyone deserves a life of dignity.
That's good.
Don't you think me too?
Yeah, yeah.
I think the
need
biggest
to
like
do that.
internet dramas I've ever gotten myself into are being intentionally misunderstood.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we just got the 10-minute TikToks a year ago or something.
Thank God that must have changed your life.
Yeah, now it's part 10, not part 50.
Yeah.
But I was one of the last ones to get it, and I was emailing TikTok, I'm like, if anyone.
It's like they did it on purpose. They're like, actually, no, she's boosting the algorithm because she has to make so many videos. Why would they give it to you?
Like Ali whatever. What's her name? Ali, the dancer. Belair's got it before me, 1,000%.
For sure.
And I'm like.
I'm sure I did. And I barely ever am on there.
And you're like.
Hey, guys.
No, and I'm like, so the thing about civil rights in this era, and I have to keep like going back and forth, but like I remember, what's one thing, like Anara Smith with her baby name, I giggled at it. What was it? It's like Tootsie. It's like
Rumble.
Rumble. I'm laughing.
Yes, similar to Rumble.
Tootsie, Rumble, same tree, same family.
Yeah.
Latin for, but I giggled because my mom's a Colombian Scorpio. She meets a piper and she's like, stupid. Like, I remember when I moved to New York, I met a Kelsey and she's like, that's made up. And I'm like, Mom, I'm telling you, I met a girl named Kelsey.
That's like not a weird name.
It is when you come from Maria Cristina Patricia Adelaida de los Reyes. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I come from a world. My mom and my aunt, who are
Like, I come from the world of Kelsey. So
No.
I'm like, wait, Kelsey's really normal. My sister's name's Casey.
No, that's crazy. With a C?
With a C. Casey.
That's crazy.
I want her name though. I feel like I should be Casey.
Shannon is a gorgeous name. I've never met a bad person who's a Shannon.
Wow. Okay, you just made me feel really good about myself. Thank
Period.
you.
Shan.
Thank you so much.
I used to have an assistant called Shanners, so I'd call her Shanners Bananas.
Cute.
Yeah, I love Shan, but Shannon's a good
You're
name.
like, that's a real name.
Like Trisha is a good name. Oh.
Okay. Wait, how long has your name been Tefi? Like, how long have people called you Tefi?
Oh, ever since I was little. So I had so my mom, super judgmental, super critical. She is the reason I am who I am today. She's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life.
Love.
But she had all of her friends, the friends that she has today, like her group of 25 friends, they all went to kindergarten together.
Cute.
So when they all had babies in 1989 and 1990, that's when they all started.
That's like literally a dream that just will never exist for me.
I truly believe that my mother's friends and her, like, they're all soulmates because their lives, they did not mean to end up in Miami together. Like, they all had completely different fucking lives.
Okay, so maybe that could happen for me.
Exactly.
Probably
and
not
there's
Miami.
only 50 lesbians in the world.
There's like 10. So I've met all of them.
40 of them are bi now.
Or pan. You never know.
Or pan.
You never know.
It's a
Pandemic?
period. And one of the moms has a daughter, Daniela Yankelevich, who I just talked to yesterday, and she couldn't say Estefania. She would say Tafamida. So from Tafamida went from Tafamida Tefite to Tefi. But I also had a little bit of a speech impediment growing up. I couldn't say TH. I'd say think a lot. I think that's why I can't do math, because the speech therapist would come during math in elementary school.
That's why.
And also, like, I couldn't say the S in some words. So my Caucasian family that married into my family, like my Uncle Ray, my Uncle Louie, they would call me Steffi.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so cute because Miami is little Cuba. It's like little Latin America. So having like your uncles who live in New York, that nickname, I was like,
that's a cool nickname.
I'm gonna be Roxy. Like that was like everything. But I'd come to school and I couldn't say the S, so it would be Tefi. So it's like a mixture of the two.
That's really cute.
Yeah, and so when people started finding that out, it was more like in middle school. A girl, Gabby Fernandez, came to my house to help me with homework, okay? She's a doctor now.
Math?
She's so, yeah. It was math. And she heard my mom call me Tefi. So she went back to school and she told everybody that my name was Tefi, and everyone was relieved because they didn't have to call me Estefania. And I was sobbing, crying. I was so embarrassed. No. And then the guy I liked was like, that's kind of cute. And I was like, what? What? And so then ever since like 7th grade, people have called me Tefi.
I feel like it's such a cool name because it's really memorable. Like
Tefi?
No one, well, like, and even when I was telling people last night that you were coming on my podcast today, I was like, you know, Tefi, like, hello, Tefi. And they were like, yeah, everyone immediately. I'm like, if you were just saying like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a normal, like a.
Stephanie. My name's Stephanie in Spanish.
Yeah.
You know, like Stephanie something.
If people would be like, which one? Like,
I know.
It's unique. It's cool. It's a stage name.
It is a stage name.
It really is. Wait, really quickly. I read something. Well, I read 2 things that I wanted to ask you about, but we are running.
About me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But one thing I read was that you want to have an EGOT.
I would. Oh my God, Shannon, I don't even understand what you just brought up. I said that in an interview as a fucking joke. I can't sing. I was like, I can't.
Well, I read it and I was like, oh my gosh, she's got like, she's acting and she's singing.
Well,
and
now
then
I have to.
I watched you in a podcast and you were singing and you sound pretty good.
Which one? I have to watch it.
You and the Scottish girl. Is she Scottish?
She's Scottish. She's English.
She's English?
Ayame?
Yeah.
She's from London.
Well,
I love Scotland.
I was watching that in like 4 times speed, trying to be like, what?
Oh, her and I
you guys literally were, by the way, flirting, and second, melting into each other on that couch.
Shannon, her and I are blackout drunk.
Well, I thought maybe.
Shannon,
you did say you had wine, but you guys literally just she didn't move, by the way.
I am this person
you
though.
Kept getting closer and closer.
I am this person though. I people on airplanes tell me stop touching my knee and I go, but I'm scared. Like I am this person. My mom says that every photo of me as a child is me talking to her like this. I talk to everyone like this. I don't know what my problem is. As a kid, now I think people know like my character and like my morals and my values. But as a kid, as a teenager, everybody thought I wanted to fuck their boyfriend. And I was like, I have a boyfriend and he hasn't come out yet. But like, it's like, I'm like, I am such a close talker and I'm such a toucher that like, and I think it's also like growing up in such a close family, like, and friends that you kiss hello. I got to New York when I was 22 and I went to a party. And I kissed a girl was like, hi. I'm like, hi, how are you? And then the guy was like, hi. And she goes, don't kiss my fucking boyfriend. I'm like, nobody wants your fucking man. Like, what the fuck? So.
Also, you kissed her first.
I did. Yeah, what the fuck? If anything, I want her. Yeah. Like, get out of here. But the EGOT thing was a joke. I think I said it to like Time or something.
I was like, well, I took it. I believed. Why not?
No, now I have to, Shannon.
Yeah.
So I'm starting acting classes this month.
Way.
Because my managers and my agents were like, money.
Sounds good.
And I was like, I'm gonna do a comedy album. I'm gonna do a comedy album this year.
Sick.
I'm gonna start acting classes. I'm gonna do something in theater. I have to, even if it's like Pee-wee's Playhouse. I have to. I'm going to get back on television.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm gonna start fucking.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Honestly, with all that you just said, that's probably the thing you're gonna do the least amount of. So
I'm gonna try to have sex 4 times this year.
Yay!
4 times this year. Yes.
Okay. One not with a man.
That's usually what happens, Shannon. That's usually what men have a way to ruin it, and women wait to ruin it until after. And I really appreciate that.
What do you mean by that?
Like they make it weird. Like they make it weird when you're hooking up before you hook up. Like men will say something and you're like, I can't fuck you now.
Oh, got it.
And then women will make it awkward after.
I
appreciate that.
Yeah. We are an interesting breed to date.
Yes, I love it.
Okay. You wrote such a cool thing about moving to New York and then someone calling you like spicy that was dating you. And I just thought that was so insightful and interesting. I'm like, can we talk about it a little bit? Because I think that's cool. Yeah. Not cool that it happened. The way that you wrote about it was really interesting.
I think so women, right, in general, were known to be like, you have to be everything at once, right? I'm going to say something I've never said publicly. I've never seen Barbie. Stop it. Have you seen Barbie?
Obviously.
Okay. I thought you were going to say no, and I was like,
I'm like, surely did.
No, I didn't, because I think when I'm burnt out emotionally, I can't like emotionally invest in anything else. So when they were like Barbie's about being a woman, I'm like I can't like I can't do that right now.
I've been there, done
I
that.
can't possibly. So I know they talk about it in Barbie a lot too, like how you have to be everything all at once, but like being Latin and dating somebody who's not Latin, there are moments where you lean into like, not lean in, you are expected to lean into like this caricature of yourself where I am American, like I am Latin American, but I'm first generation Latin American, but like I was raised around the same kind of ideals and people and social media and like media, whatever, as everybody else. But for some reason, when you date, I'm just going to say it, when you date white guys.
I was going to say, when you date a guy with a sister named Kelsey.
Exactly. Kelsey, father Casey. No, Casey, I know a guy named Casey. He's my makeup artist. He's gay.
I love that. Casey's a cute name for a boy. Kelsey's kind of a cute name for a boy.
Kelsey is a cute name. What's your name? Kel. Like Keenan, we don't see that name anymore. Kel.
It's so true.
Kel,
well, we see it every Saturday night.
Who?
Keenan and Kel?
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant Travis Kelce. I'm like, you watch football like that?
Oh, my God. I'm not that lesbian.
Well, I feel like when you date white guys, for some reason, the white men that I've dated, they need to be different too. I can't explain it, but they need to be quirky and special too. And they feel like sometimes with the media climate, that being like a white guy is like really, really bad, but they want to be like, they want to have issues too. So like my mom was really mean to me. I'm like,
okay,
whatever. or if I didn't blow out this knee, I'd go pro or whatever the fuck. But this one guy that I was dating, he was manipulating me, and I knew that he was manipulating me, but I was broke and I didn't have a job. I mean, I did have a job, but it wasn't, I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I was working like a ton of odd jobs. Like if you needed to get your electricity rewired, I'd be on YouTube University the night before and I'd do it, for like $10. Like I was doing whatever I could. So I couldn't be that and single and have a failed relationship. Like I couldn't. At 23, that's like the end of the fucking world.
Yeah.
So, and I remember he was telling me how he didn't want to see me. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to meet my family. And we'd been dating for a year and a half. And as a Latin girl, like that's like, you have to. Like you have to. In my house, it's never too soon to meet your family, because my family wants you to know that if you fuck with me, there are faces to names, So it wasn't even about like it being so serious. It was about like, no, you don't understand. Like my family has to meet you. And he was manipulating me, and he was like, I hate the word gaslight now, but he was trying to make me disbelieve my own reality.
It's gaslighting.
Right. And what the hard part is, as a woman, is like, you can't show that you're angry, because then people will remember how you said it, not what you said, But at 23, you don't know that.
No.
So I remember I said something like, this is bullshit. And he stopped and he looked at me and he was like, oh, we're getting spicy. And in that moment, I realized I can never feel anything. If I felt anger, if I felt excitement, if I felt passionate, if I felt tender, if I was I was gonna say horny, but I can't.
I knew it.
I'm thinking of spicy stuff.
I was like, is she gonna say horny?
I'm a virgin. Truth comes
That's
out.
the end of the podcast.
I'm a virgin. I've never had sex.
She's coming out as something today.
As the quiet fuckers. But no, but I remember thinking like, nothing I feel will ever be valid as long as this person sees me as a spicy Latina. And I didn't, but the problem with what I wrote sometimes now is that I'll see one POV, I'm a spicy Latina, and I get way too angry in the comments. I'm like, this is just a girl in London. This is a girl somewhere in Rome, and she's like, who the fuck is this? Hola Tefi, ciao Tefi. So, or I'll see other Latinas who are in my comment section about something completely else, like a selfie or a funny video, whatever the fuck, and it's like spicy Latina 0733, and I'm like, It's cool if I say, like, it's cool if we say it.
Yeah.
You know, but I do think the performance of being a woman, sometimes we complicate for the sake of being loved and understood. And there were moments in that relationship where I liked being a spicy Latina for him because I wasn't like the girls he had dated before.
Yeah.
And I was showing him a whole new world. And then all of a sudden I had stabbed myself in the back because I was suddenly spicy.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to be my true self and like my authentic self and express my emotion and still need him to want to fuck me.
Yeah. Well, it became like your whole identity.
Yeah. In that relationship.
Yeah. But that's crazy.
Fucking man, dude.
You don't have to.
Ayame.
Okay. I feel like we did a good job, right?
Yeah, that was great.
Okay. Do you have anything that you have coming up that you want people to watch? I do like a hot ones where I'm like, look down the barrel of the camera. But if you do have anything.
An EGOT. No, I'm just kidding. January
is going to be a busy month.
I'm a Beyonce rising. Every month I'm like, and this August is going to be crazy. You can find me on, I always say the same thing. You can find me in your dream. And then Hello Tefi on all streamers, on all platforms.
Perfect. And it'll all be in the description below as well. So can't miss it. Yay. Thank you so much. This was so fun.
Virgins of America.
Unite. Quiet sex. We love
Fuck
you.
each other.
Loudly, quietly.